What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. You're back at it again, coming at you with another Summoner's War Lost Centuria video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a couple of things here. A top 5 list for not only the common cards, but also the rare cards as well. Because as you guys know, the game is going to be dropping here on April 29th. And I want to give you all as many tips and tricks as possible before we get rolling here. But before we get into that, though, I do want to let you guys know that I'm not going to be doing this alone. I'm going to be getting some help from my man, Barcode, who's chilling here on the call right now. Barcode. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm great, Childish. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, buddy. It's good to have you here. For those that don't know, he is a variety gamer, streamer, and has been in our community off and on for quite a few years here. When the beta came out here about 3 months ago, he got into it real deep, learned a lot about it, and I had a chance to essentially talk with him, get a little feel for this game, and he's helped me out quite a bit. So I'm like, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and connect? As I know that you were looking to, possibly make some videos or possibly do some streams on this game when it comes out here, and just want to get you on board and share some insight for you. If that is not too much trouble, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is not, because you're on the call right now, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and I loved this game when it was in beta. I was ex Summoners War, fanatic, and then I quit for a while. I quit mobile in general, but then this game came out, and it was kind of like nostalgia with the brand of Summoners War.
Right.
So I went pretty hard. I mean, hard as in as much time as I could. With wife, family, business, all that stuff. So,
sure.
But I did hit top 200. I probably could have pushed the top 100, but just time limited.
Yeah, no doubt. But it's all good. Like I said, I've had a chance to talk with you, prior to off of the camera here, and I could say, 100% definitely know your stuff. So I'm excited to hear what you have to say, especially now after you got a chance to see some of the gameplay from the tournament. The World 100 Invitational just went down here on April 23rd, and kind of combine what you learned from that versus what you practiced here a few months ago in order to give these guys some really good content. So like we said before, fam, we're going to be talking about the top 5 common cards and rare cards in the game that we believe are going to be beneficial to you. Why is that? Because as you guys get into these games, we're not going to be able to summon like crazy, right? We're going to have just a handful of summons to get started off, unless you're a whale, and you're going to have to take advantage of the cards that are generally free to play that, most of you guys are going to be able to take advantage of. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's take a look at the top 5 common cards that you got on your list, Barcode, and tell us the reason why.
Yeah, so, okay. And one of my top 5 is a character I wasn't even able to pull. Like, my luck was just crap. And it was almost in every single meta, I would face. He is counterable, but it just depends. But one of the top 5 is Rambagos, and that would be green color, which is rare, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, Rambagos is unique. I mean, in Summoner's War, he's obviously a beast back in the day, but his clean shot, if you kill someone, he can heal. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this, and I can go into like combos as well, that like with Rambagos, because obviously this is a team game. There's 8 players, so you're gonna need a team to go with Rambagos. Rambagos there's a lot of different ways to play Rambagos, but one of them is with Mav, which is also another rare card. Not in my top 5, because it's just Mav is like a gimmicky kind of character. But if you use Ram and Mav, and if people have been watching videos and the tournament, you can see you swap when Rambagos is low, you swap him with Mav. Mav is a front line. They give defense buff to each player. Rambagos snipes, does a clean shot, kills the very front enemy, heals up, and then you swap back with Mav so that Ram takes more damage. Now you can also piggyback on that and use Lucia, which is a common card, fairy, but her single target heal is huge, and that'll bring back Mav. It's either for her or it's not a common or a rare card, but Jean is very good, as you've used her in a tournament as well. But her single target to the lowest HP character is pretty huge, plus with the stun. So Rambagos definitely a top 5 common rare character for sure.
Right. And just to kind of add there as well, make sure that if you're utilizing clean shot, you're utilizing it in a situation where you're trying to get the kill. Like you're not just going to want a clean shot and just try to do some damage. While you can get a lot of value out of that, the attack, auto attack damage will bring it down. You'll be able to kill it. The true value of this unit comes when you get that HP heal. So you definitely want to make sure that you're trying to clean shot in a position where you can snipe the unit, because if you don't, you're losing a lot of value on that unit.
Right. And especially as Rambagos HP based character, and he's in front line, first front line to take that damage. You definitely want to focus all your cards that you can obtain into him, because it'll be beneficial long term.
Yep. Gotcha. What do you got for the top 4?
All right, another one. I kind of do use this as a combo, and you're already right there. It's Beretta or Thrain. Now I use this as 1. I counted this as 1, so it's a kind of top 6. But
okay,
Beretta, you're gonna get Beretta, and Beretta is amazing on his own or her own, or however he identifies. She identifies.
It's 2021, man. You just never can tell these days, but I think it's the guy.
Exactly. So even on his own, if you use the right team comp, like a speed team, and to use continuous damage team, continuous damage, I think I think it's commonly used. I saw it a lot used in the tournament, but I feel like in other games, like for PvP wise, you wouldn't think continuous damage is very good. It's more of like a PvE, dot the boss down and he's dead.
Yeah.
But here, I feel like Beretta is very, very good. Hits all 8 characters on the enemy team, puts 2 continuous damage down. And the continuous damage does a pretty good amount of damage. If you combo that now with Thrain, obviously, Thrain can just boost Beretta's utility, and also with they're just a great combo together. It's 100% chance if he's under continuous damage. So, and if they're stunned, they can't use cards. Then you can at least get some mana back, and you don't have to spam cards while because when they come out, they're probably going to have high mana when they come out of their stun. So then they're going to use a card. Then you actually counter. You save your mana for a counter after that stun. Because I see you in the tournament spamming.
Oh I did. I spammed more. Like I spammed throughout the tournament, but I spammed more and more as it got to later, because I just started to get tired. I started losing. Yep. I just was just not really caring, so to speak, which is sad, with the potential to make a little money on the game. I should have been a little bit more, but I was just I was ridiculous to say the least. So let's just put it that way.
Yeah, countering is huge in the game. I mean, if you counter right, you can win a 2 versus 4. As long as if you have more characters than the other team, you always want to just let the auto attack damage do its thing.
Yep. Yeah. And what do you got for top three?
All right. I didn't have this in really numerical order.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say I kind of have Thrain like a top 2, top 1.
Yeah. It's
pretty broken right now.
Really in order, but I would say Bernard is obviously a top character. Low mana cost, acceleration on the team. I used to use Bernard as second or third line tank, because if you put him any farther back in the lineup, like 4th spot or 5th spot, it's not very beneficial for a speed buff that doesn't do anything else for your team. Yeah, it's low mana cost, but at that point in time when it's probably 4 versus 4 or 5 versus 4 or whatever the case may be, you need some damage rather than speed, because the less characters you have, the more of the same card comes up, and really acceleration is to get through your mana and get mana faster, but
Right.
also get through your cards so you can get to your combo or your damage dealer that you want.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think I feel like the majority of the players at the tournament were utilizing Bernard, and I'm sure you could say the same as far as the players that you went up against in the top 200, top 100, there respectively in December.
Oh yeah.
It's Bernard. It was the Bernard Fest, so
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, until they add some more characters,
yep.
I feel like Bernard's always going to be at the top. Some people used Megan in the beta instead. The thing with beta is beta. The thing with Megan is that it's a 3 mana cost. Yeah, it adds an attack up, but it's only a 1 rank acceleration. You can use Bernard and Megan together, but I like a different combo for that.
Gotcha.
From Bernard, there's a couple different things. Bernard, Megan, or another top 5 character that I'm going to go into next is Shannon.
Shannon, I like it.
I don't know. I didn't see a lot of people use Shannon in the tournament,
No.
and I was upset because I feel like she's very underrated. And the reason being is defense is an underrated skill in this game. I didn't see a lot of people run any type of defense besides Mav. And if you run like just all the auto attacks, like
auto
defense
attacking
in general is a great buff to have. And if you do it right, you can get defense 3 if it's a speed team and you keep getting Shannon back, you can get a defense 3. And what I like to use is like a 3-man combo of Bernard, Shannon, and Colleen that gives sustain. Colleen isn't like a top 5 character to me, but Colleen is, I think, underrated as well. And when you rank her up and then get one of her skill stones, I think she heals a little bit more. But she gives the attack 2, and then with Shannon you get an attack 1. So with a speed team, like using someone else I'll talk about here in a second, you can do some damage pretty quickly.
Yeah, and just to kind of clarify too, because we'll talk about this in a different video, whether it's mine or yours as well. But these skills that we're talking about, defense up, you're talking about getting defense up 3. It's basically having defense up 2 up, and then having your skills cycle or your card come back so quickly that you're able to get another round of buffs up here, and basically their buffs can stack, essentially upgrading it from a defense 2 to a defense 3. So very, very nice thing, a very underrated and overlooked thing that we'll talk about, like I said, in the future video. That'll probably be like a underrated, overlooked concepts, top 5, whatever we do. But that's a really good point to make, especially if you're one of those people that are making a heavy acceleration / deceleration team. Really, really good, really good.
And even like I can't remember the actual time that you can have a defensive 3 up if you rotate through your cards and use Shannon twice. But it's pretty decent amount, and even if it goes down, if it ranks down to 2, it's still a pretty good buff to have.
Yep.
So.
Yep, and another thing to point out here, once you start getting the skill stones for these different units, if you land the beneficial effect one here for the attack and defense up, getting the durations increased by 3 seconds. 3 seconds longer may allow you to, like I said, cycle it through and get that stack there as well. So it's going to be really nice. It's going to be really nice. Let's see. What do you got? What do you got next?
All right. My last but not least, I feel like this character is actually anywhere. It could be in the 1, 2, or 3 spot, depending on your team, but it's Seek. For sure.
Yep.
Seek is, it's one of the first characters you get in the game. I think it's actually tutorial. Like you get Royd, Seek, and Alucia, I believe, in the tutorial. But I think people overlook him because he is a starter character. But Seek, especially with the right skill stone, can.
Excuse me.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't die on me. Skill stone with the right skill stone, Seek can be huge. I mean, he does huge damage, and then a speed team, like if you use Bernard, Shannon, Colleen, and then Seek. And you keep rotating Seek. If you use Konamiya, which I want to talk about, like 3-4 man combos that you can use in a team, but you can just keep using Seek over and over, and every time you use Seek, you're pretty much killing a person on the other side, unless they have like a shield or even a defense buff. But Seek was highly used in the beta. In the higher ups.
Right. And Seek was a crucial part of the majority of the people out there that were running single target kind of damage dealing comps there with Seek, Sophia, Hua, Finn, Kali, a lot of those units there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of characters that I wasn't able to get, even though like when you rank up so high in the beta, hopefully they changed it, but like I was missing a lot of characters still, which is unfortunate. But yeah, Seek is really good. I like Seek a lot.
Right on, man. So again, that was the list for the top 5 common and rare cards. And once again, guys, if you guys want to go ahead and show your support, I will leave the YouTube and Twitch links for Barcode here in the description down below, so you guys can check it out, share. So hopefully you'll be able to see some more content when he drops it on his channel, Barcode. I appreciate you being on here and doing a video with me, sir.
Hey, I appreciate the time, man. Thanks for inviting me. Right now I'm doing PC streams and videos, but I've been waiting for this game to come out, so I'm going back to mobile, to my roots.
Yeah.
So
that's it. That mobile is where it's at, man. Everybody got their phone, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Right on, guys. Well, that's going to be it for the video. Again, if you guys are liking Summoners War Lost Centuria, or you are as excited as we are about Summoners War Lost Centuria, do me a favor, show your support, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you do want to see these videos drop exactly when they come out, hit the notification bell as well. I would greatly appreciate it, okay? That's going to be it, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish and Barcode with ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you all in the next one. We're out.